Perhaps one of the first kinds of unity that comes to mind is unity of action, doing things. When people work together, they can build amazing buildings. This quite beautiful building we are in, or the Parthenon. They can build homes with Habitat for Humanity. They can dredge canals, build ships, travel the seas. There are amazing things that can be done with unity of action. It can also be a bit of an idol. Putting together our labor can become an end in itself. People can become so lost in what they do that they forget what they are. And it can become absolutely demonic when it takes the form of slavery and other lesser evils. A second form of unity in ecumenism, of course, this is that unity of mission that we hear about. It's building missionary societies together to go do things. It's common service projects. It's the Lutheran World Fellowship, whatever it is, that unites in mission Lutherans who cannot pray together, but they can go do mission projects together. A second form of unity that we might think of is political unity. It's building organizations, nations, polities, brotherhoods, religious orders, churches, dioceses. All of these forms of political unity form to help to make decisions and organize in ways that mere unity of action cannot. They can do more. Of course, this can be a topic for idolatry as well. The state can become an end in itself, but so can the vestry. And of course, in ecumenism, this takes the form of searching for organic church unity. And of course, there is a demonic form, which in the state is seen in fascist and totalitarian structures. And you can fill in where it shows up in ecclesiastical structures or families. Third kind of unity we could call philosophical unity. It's unity of thought, of belief. It's what Plato thought, or Socrates thought, we could get by talking together and hearing each other. It's what science is all about. When we work together to learn things, we're not just learning things, we're trying to find truths that we can agree on. And when we are looking for agreement on the truth, we are looking for philosophical unity. The whole history of human discourse and discussion, of learning, of discussion on Facebook, is often looking for this kind of unity of thought. In ecumenical work, it of course is the thing that we see with documents like baptism, Eucharist, and ministry, and the papers that come out of formal dialogues. It is perhaps what Orthodox Christians think they have as undergirding the organizational unity which they believe they have but don't. It is what Roman Catholics think you have to have before you can have organizational unity, and it's what we insist you might get after you have organizational unity but can't come first. It's what Baptists think is relatively unimportant, along with organizational unity, ironically. Of course, it can take sinful forms. Intellectual manipulation is a thing. People who do not understand can be belittled or belittle themselves. both of which are sinful. It can take the form of oppressive censorship, of let's not talk about our disagreement so that we don't have to think about it. And of course, it has demonic forms as well. And then there's unity of the heart, of sentiment, of spirit. It's where we feel good together. It's where we produce amazing works of art that unify the human spirit. It's that feeling when an audience has heard a play and feels one, or a good liturgy, or a march through the streets, or a rally behind a red and black banner. Yes, unity of the heart is not some kind of pure thing that knows only good. It is also capable of idolatry, sin, and the demonic. The good forms of these work together, don't they? If we all agree about what to be done, our common action will go better. If we have a political organization, we can get our common action going more effectively. If we work together, we may develop a unity of heart, and so forth. Each of these can feed into each other, and as with the positive side, so with the demonic. The demonic in one tends to produce the demonic in another. All of these are not what Jesus is talking about when he asks God that his disciples might be one. The first clue is that they are all things we do. All four of these, and I don't claim this is a perfect taxonomy, there are other kinds of unity and subkinds. One could probably fill volumes carving up human endeavor under this kind of heading. But all of these are just that, human endeavor. All of these are things we do to achieve a goal. And that's okay, that's not bad, though we must keep in mind the question of what our goals are and whether our means are legitimate means to those goals. But all of them are human action. They are so much human castle building. And the unity Jesus describes is the unity that he has with his Father, founded on glory. And he says, I'm giving them some of the glory that you gave me, that they may be one. This is not a moral task for us. This is not some kind of project we are called to engage in, whether of the hands, the heart, the head, or the structure. Those have their place. But also, ultimately, they are in themselves powerless to bring about the unity to which we are called. And if we clutch at them and seek after them and perfect them, thinking if only we can get it really right this time, we'll really have unity, we have strayed off into idolatry. At the same time, this unity that we are to have, it is that which God gave Jesus, which is, of course, a reference to the incarnation. And that means it must somehow mysteriously pull in all of that human activity. As perhaps Tobias was reminding us 2 days ago. That ordinary stuff is the way the divine works. It was incomprehensible to Saul, as it was incomprehensible to any person with two sticks to rub together, that a shepherd boy, no matter how handsome and strong, could not defeat a giant with any tools. That he needed only 5 small stones. And in fact, 1 sufficed. But he had practiced. He had some experience. He did have to throw the stone. And yet, the stone was entirely insufficient to the task. It was only the living God upon whom David called that ensured his success. So when we pray for unity, we are not praying simply for the success of our human projects in the human way. They have their place, they are good. When they are good, do them. But they are not the way we fulfill God's desire for us to be one. We do that by breathing the glory in, letting it fill us, and living out that reality of God's love for us, the overpowering love God has for his Son that has been given to us in its fullness. We are transformed from glory to glory. And only in that way does the New Jerusalem descend from heaven, become the Zion to which we march, a place in which are, interestingly found, perfect unity of action with no compulsion, perfect unity of organization with no fascism, perfect unity of thought with no overwhelming desire that someone shut up, perfect unity of heart with no emotional manipulation. It is that Zion to which we go. It is perhaps fitting that as we leave this place, as we like to say, we carry our monastery on our backs. Monasteries for Benedicts were schools for the Lord's services, places to practice heaven. And as we go to the world, do that yourself. Practice heaven, filled with the glory that we have.